Hi, so excuse my crazy like morning hair or whatever. But anyways, I want to do another foundation review, like first impression video review, and it's the NYX Mineral Stick Foundation. I picked this up from the this year's New York IMAX. I think retail for this product was what, like, I don't remember, but I'll put the retail price down in the information bar, or maybe like as a pop-up or something. But I think I paid like what, $6? I think around like $6 at the IMAX, and I got this shade in MSF05 medium beige. I didn't really swatch it at the booth. I don't think I swatched this at the booth. I don't even remember, but anyway, so this is the shade, and comes in a stick form, and it has a plastic cap in it. Basically, this is the color. I actually meant to do another foundation review video on the Bobbi Brown stick foundation. I have the old formula. I think I don't know if it's like repackaged there, or well, it's the same packaging. But I think like the Bobbi Brown stick foundation, I think maybe she reformulated or something. But I have the old one, and I meant to do a foundation review on that one because I've used it a couple of times, and I've also like melted part of it to put in my makeup kit. So I thought it would be nice to do a first impression video on this one first, and then I can kind of do like a throwdown kind of a video for the next one, so I can kind of compare this stick foundation with the Bobbi Brown one, because it will be like such a high end and low end kind of a product, so I thought it would be nice to kind of do that. But first, let me just show you. This is all the products from this stick foundation. It's not that much, I guess. It says 6 grams of product. So I think if I paid $6 at the IMAX, this is a pretty good deal. But if it's more than that from the from like Ulta or Target or CVS that now they carry NYX products, then maybe it's a bit too much. But as you can see, it's not that much, and it doesn't have a scent, so that's great. My skin doesn't really take mineral stuff, like mineral makeup that well, so I'm kind of nervous if my skin's going to like react or break out to this. But what I'm going to do, I don't have anything on my face, so I thought this will be a great way to demonstrate this. As you can see, I have like very uneven skin tone. Like my eyes are kind of like yellowish, and then have under eye dark circles really bad. Have some redness like around the cheeks and the nose, and then also on the forehead, and then like yellowish kind of like on the chin. My chin area is always kind of dark. I don't know why. And on top of that, I have some like acne scars, some red marks, as well as this really inflamed pimple. It's like super red. So I'm gonna try to use this to kind of spread around my face. I mean, I can try out the beauty blender that I just got from the Glossy box, but I think I'm gonna actually use a brush for this. So I'm going to use the Sigma Round Top Kabuki F82 brush, or you can use a stippling brush or whatever product that you feel most comfortable with. But for a stick foundation, it's usually quite thick and creamy, so I thought this will be a pretty nice product to kind of like spread it around. Or you can just use the beauty blender, a sponge that's soaked up with some water, so you can kind of thin it out and gives a more like flawless finish. But with that said, I'm just going to apply this kind of like under my eye, around my nose. This actually feels pretty thick. Down the bridge of my nose, on the chin, definitely on the red spot. some over here, and then I'm gonna try to show my forehead. I'm thinking about getting a haircut because I mean, I think the weather is getting warmer and I'm just kind of like tired of the bangs and tired of like all that crap, like all the hair, especially like around my like on the back. I can't stand having hair like on the back of my neck. So as you can see, I kind of just spread, you know, just kind of put this all over my face. It looks like it's pretty good match, at least to my neck. Like I said, I didn't really test this out or swatch or anything. I kind of just like went with the guts, kind of like, okay, I guess I'll get this. Usually I use a beigey color because I have yellow and pinky undertone. So I thought this would work. And anyways, I'm just gonna kind of spread this around with the F82 brush. I kind of feel like the F82 brush tugs my skin a bit. As you can see, it's really like tugging my skin. I feel like when I use my finger or my hand, I don't even like move around my skin that much. So this might not be the best brush to apply a foundation, but it's a pretty good brush to kind of spread around a thicker textured foundation. So I'm gonna use some leftover over my eyes and see if that works. Okay, so there it goes. I think I've spread everything around. It doesn't feel that heavy. I thought it's gonna be really, really heavy, but it's not that heavy once I spread around. But as you can see, my dark circle is still there. Probably need like a dark under eye corrector to cancel out the dark circles. Did it even out my skin tone? I think so. Yeah, I guess. It looks like it's a pretty okay. It looks like it's a pretty dead, spot on like match to my neck and everything. And even like I know like the camera kind of because I have like natural, daylight coming through the window, so it kind of washes out my face a bit, and then I look a lot paler on camera. But like I'm just looking into the mirror, it does match my skin really well. I don't even really need to blend down my neck. I mean, my chin area is usually kind of dark, so you can see it's still there. And then the red spots are not really covered with one layer. The severe red one that I literally dot the foundation stick on top of it, it actually cancel out some of the redness. But the acne marks and the pinkiness in my skin is still kind of showing through, so I'm actually going to use this to kind of I'm not going with a second layer, but like going over some of the spots that's not being covered and see if I can kind of layer it. So like my cheek area. And the funny thing is that with the second layer that I smooth down to my skin, as you can see, you can definitely see there's like a color difference. I don't know why, because it's like the second layer definitely looks like orangey on the skin. Maybe I will skip using this for the second layer. I'll probably just switch to like a NYX their HD concealer or creamy concealer that I really like to extra like concealing. So I would suggest just use one layer, I think, because I don't know why it's coming up kind of orangey. But let's see if I can blend it out and see if it looks better, because I don't want to end up looking like having orange patches at on certain areas of the skin, because then they will look really weird. And then also this brush is pretty dense. It's pretty dense, so once you spread the product out, it's like the natural skin underneath is showing through again. So I don't know if this is a good idea or if this brush is a good idea to use for this. Like I said, this kind of buffing brush is pretty good for spreading out thicker like foundations. So I would suggest that you can, if you have like pretty decent skin, use this for one layer and to just to even out your skin for a really quick kind of like on the go touch up, or like 5 minutes like get ready in the morning kind of like makeup routine. I think this is a pretty quick product to do it, because you can just like literally place it onto the face and then just like buff it out with your brush or your beauty blender. So after the second layer on top of like the certain spot, and I kind of like buff it out with the product, it doesn't look so orangey, but it does kind of make my skin look a bit tanner, like in daylight. At least from the mirror, I can see that. So I don't know. I would definitely suggest to use a concealer after you apply this foundation, just to, you know, to correct like the spots or under eyes or things like that, because I don't really think this product is good for layering, because it doesn't really cancel out anymore, because you can see the redness is kind of diminishing a little bit, but I mean, I do like how natural it looks on the skin. It does look like it's still my own skin. It doesn't look powdery or greasy, and doesn't look like it's caking up or anything. It doesn't look like it settles into any fine lines. So I guess that's the good thing about mineral foundation. But like I said, if you have problematic skin like me, I would suggest to use, you definitely need a concealer on top of this foundation stick. And I think it feels really nice and really light. Doesn't feel like it transferred either. It just feels really natural. It doesn't really feel like I'm wearing anything once I spread out the product. It is quite thick, but it's also creamy and blendable, so I like that. And it doesn't have a scent, so that's a plus. It is quite, you know, it's very affordable, I think, so that's always a plus. If I recommend this, I'll probably recommend this for people that have like normal skin. I'm not sure if how this will perform on people with dry skin, but usually for people with super oily or super dry skin, before using any foundations, always apply a moisturizer. Like if you have oily skin, use a primer or like an oil-free moisturizer, and then if you have dry skin, definitely use a good hydrating moisturizer and primer before using any foundation. And also if you're super oily, definitely powder where it gets really oily. I don't suggest powdering the entire face. I think just powder wherever you need it. It's pretty decent. And then since this doesn't have SPF in it, definitely use a sunscreen. Or maybe if you don't want to wear sunscreen, nowadays there are like setting powders or just like sunscreen powders that has SPF, pretty high SPF in it. And I think it's very efficient if you want to save time. And it's great for traveling. The best thing about stick foundation is that it's great for traveling. The only thing is that, you know, try to store it in the cooler area, because they can melt. You know, it is a stick foundation. It's a stick, so it can melt if it's in a higher hot temperature. You know, so like a hotter climate. So yeah, but I think this is quite sleek and really convenient. You know, this kind of stuff is really convenient for like traveling, for on the go, or if you don't really have enough time to get ready in the morning. A stick foundation and the brush, or a stick foundation and the beauty blender is your best friend, just to get a quick even skin. So yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Like I said, I would right off the bat, I would recommend this to like people have normal skin, or slightly dry or slightly oily skin. But if you're on the either side of the end spectrum, definitely use a primer and moisturizer. So anyways, pretty nice NYX Mineral foundation stick. So yeah, let me know what your thought is on this product if you tried it. And thank you very much for watching this first impression demo and review, foundation review video. I hope you enjoyed this. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.